Lovelies, hello family, hello friends, welcome once again. It's your girl Anwa here, and it's always Anwa. Um, I mean, let me say my name so that you get to know who I am. The name is Anwa, okay? And so I'm here to share with you this amazing project. Do you remember this the last time's upload? Yeah. So the pattern is going to be the same, but the only difference is that I'm not going to put any French, okay? Yeah, so what you see here is going to repeat it down. I would start from an increase and then finish with a decrease, and then also finish with a decrease down. So in all, this one looks like a diamond shape, yeah, and then I'll add a pattern to it. So the pattern up is going to be repeated down, okay? Yeah, so in case you don't know how to break stitch at all, this is the time. And it's also going to be a 2-drop stitch, okay, 2-drop brick stitch earring. That's how. Materials I'm going to use for different colors. This is going to start with white, black, green, and red. So there are 4 different bead colors, and they are all 11 O's. Then my stud, my earring stud or hooks. And then this time, because the base is going to be black, or the background is going to be black, not the base, the background is going to be black, I'll be using the black nylon thread, and then my beading needle, my pair of scissors, and also my beading mat. In case I should forget anything, you're going to read them on your screens, okay? That is if I don't mention them here. All right, so let's dive right into the next stage. From the beginning, I said I'm going to start from the middle and then climb up, and then when I'm done I climb down. But no, since I'm not going to add a fringe and it's going to be a diamond shape, I would start from the top, okay, and increase down and decrease down from here, okay. You can only understand this if you watch, but if you have to listen you wouldn't get what I'm trying to say. And I'm doing this especially for beginners, okay. So I'm going to start with 4. When you are beginning this kind of projects, try to leave about tail of a thread to help you attach your stud or hook. So I picked 4 beads and have gone through all 4 beads, and then you continue to go through the first 2 beads. Now when you're using this kind of thread, try to pull it out gently, okay. All right, so I'll go through the first bead, the first 2 beads, and I'm done with the foundation. I'll begin with the first row. The first row is made up of 2 white beads in the middle, and then the first bead and last bead is also white beads, and it also starts the beginning, the pattern. So guys, I'm going to upload, or I'll be uploading you know, a link that you can watch how to start a brick stitch. This is also a brick stitch method, only that the only difference is that you'd have to, you know, build it in twos, okay, or build a project in twos. Yeah, so I'm not going to give you any details about the pattern. Yeah, I'll just put it in the description so that you can check it out from there, okay. I have similar projects that you can also watch. The second row begins from here, which starts with 2 black beads and green and white. I mean, I told you I wasn't going to mention any pattern, yeah, but from time to time I'll be saying certain colors. This tutorial is to make you know how to start you know, a 2-drop beaded brick stitch earring, okay, and this is one of them. So sorry guys, once in a while I'll be saying certain colors and it's not going to be detailed, so please forgive me. Know how this is done, and in case you should find yourself with any pattern, you can go ahead and add your pattern as you like. It's important to know how this is done first. So I would continue to add my last bead in this row. So this is the 3rd row. You could see that it begins with 3 black beads and then a green bead. So the pattern has already started, and you could see little flowers or tiny flowers with a red middle, or with a red seed in the middle. The fourth row begins with white, green, black, and white. And I would like to also remind you that we are still increasing, okay? So if you want to increase or decrease, you should still begin with 4 beads. And there's the fifth row, which begins with a black, green, and 2 white beads. And as usual, from the very first thread bridge. The sixth row begins, and you could see that it is 3 white beads before the red one, and you should start with the first thread bridge. That's a cute flower over there. So the sixth row is done, okay? And the very first one is just a foundation, but if you should add the foundation in all the 7 rows. So we have 7 more rows to finish, and I'm going to do the rest off camera, guys. Yeah, as you can see, the flowers are beginning to appear, and I have created 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers. I'll be adding seven more rows, as I said, to finish off with the increase, and then I'll get back to you to start with the decrease. Welcome back, everybody, and the increase is done, so I'll begin to decrease from this side. Look how gorgeous this is. I now have 10 flowers in all. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and you can also do this by changing the background to something more lighter, let's go ahead to decrease. Yeah, so with the decrease, you need to start from the second thread bridge as I'm showing you. The beads are white, 2 black in the middle, and white in the last. So you could see that even the decrease is also 4 beads to start with, just like the increase. Yeah, so from this side you need to complete the rest of the beads. I mean this very row with all black beads. This is the second row in decrease, and I'll be starting with 4 black beads. Obviously it's going to start from the second thread bridge as well. I've added 4 more black beads, and I'm going to add the last 2 black beads and then continue with the pattern. This is a third row of the decrease, and I had to start with 4 black beads, so the pattern continues. I would continue with 4 more black beads and come back to you. So guys, I would stop from here. Now the increase is repeated in the decrease, I mean the pattern, okay? And I have to finish with 10 more rows. I'm doing this because of time factor, okay? So just imagine, in case I have to use about 30 minutes, you're going to be bored. So I have to, manage my timing as well, so you would enjoy the tutorial. So I'm going to meet you to attach the stats, okay? I would also want you to learn how the stats is attached. So see you after that, guys, and I'm almost done. So this is my leftover of the working thread. Now if you get to this point, what you have to do is you need to go through the beads about 3-4 times to secure the working thread, or to secure your project. Okay, so you wouldn't want the beads to fall off or to be weak. Okay, so what I'm doing is very, very important that every person who is learning how to do this kind of project should do. Okay, I think at this point is fine because the holes are beginning to be small. And then I cut it off finally. Sorry for the sounds background, guys. Yeah, and if you happen to have enough thread, working thread, you can continue by attaching your stud here. But in case you were lucky enough to leave about this tail of a thread from the beginning, you can also attach from here. So I'm going to attach from the beginning, okay, from this side. Guys, I don't just attach my stud because I want to attach my stud. The positioning of the pattern is also very important when you want to attach your stud. So this way, look at that. I want them to show this way, okay? I want the other pair to be in line with the other pair, okay? That the dark side should be opposite to the other. So that is why I'm being careful with that. And I'm just being careful with the way I attach my stud. So this part may be simple, but it's not that simple. Okay, so please watch how I do it. You could see I'm not even using any beads as I do in my other tutorials. I'm just using my needle and thread to help me attach my stud. I'm going to do this for about 3 to 4 times. I mean, going through the hole and the beads is going to be about 3 to 4 times for the stud to stay strong to the earring. Okay. And there's nothing more to add to this earring. I mean, this is all there is to it. If you want to fit this with your clothes, I would suggest that it should be a plain kind of cloth, okay? Because the pattern is already too much, so you need a plain kind of cloth, okay? So I'm going to see you on the next tutorial. Thank you guys for everything. See you on my next tutorial. Have a nice time. God bless you.